Welcome to The Next Wave. I'm your host, Nathan Lands, and today we have a great episode for you. Today we've got Jason Levin on the show, one of my favorite people in tech. Jason has a reputation in Silicon Valley of ghostwriting viral content for some of the top people on X. Now he's created Memelord, which is basically software for making memes at scale with the help of AI. Most people think memes are just jokes, but in today's world where everything is PC and bland, memes, in my opinion, are the most underestimated form of marketing that really more people should be using to grow their business or personal brand. So by the end of today's episode, you're going to know everything you need to know to start creating memes and go viral. So let's get right into it. Jason, thanks for coming on here.
Dude, it is a pleasure. The first podcast post-raise. Excited to be here.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while. And then I saw, you were going viral on X a few weeks back. I mean, it's already over a month ago, about stuff with Andrew Cuomo using a meme from you or something. I don't know. There was some debate about it. I would love to learn more. It was going all over X for a while.
Everybody wants to know. So basically, I got introduced to Cuomo's team from another founder. I get the introduction. I meet the marketing team. We jump on a call, we start, yapping. The marketer is basically like ex-founder, ex-Silicon Valley guy, now into politics. And he just says, send me memes. And I'm like, okay. So I pull up my software, Memelord.com, Memelord Technologies, right? And just hack away memes, 2 minutes, and send them over. And they start laughing. I'm not in a chat with Cuomo or anything, right? It's the team. They start laughing, giggling, and saying, all right, we're going to post it. I'm like, no, you're not. They're not actually going to post it on Andrew Cuomo's account. That'd be crazy. So I go to bed, wake up the next morning, meme is on the account. It's going viral, 45,000 views in the first hour. It's going nuts, right? It's just a simple one. It says, hear me out, a mayor that has had a job before, right? Just a dig on Zoran. Right. I was doing this for free. So Cuomo invites me to a fundraiser. We get to talk about the meme and stuff. I talk with the team about marketing. I write the post and it goes absolutely bonkers. 7 million views, 7+ hit pieces, Rolling Stone, everything. And in the middle of that whole week, I was in the middle of raising more money. So it was the craziest week of my life. 7 hit pieces, almost $2 million in the bank. They literally profiled my memes in Rolling Stone, in Politico, City and State. It was a great week. It was fantastic for business. The entire week, this is the first time I'm talking publicly about it. I've been saving it, but the entire week, it was basically hit piece, death threat, investor call, more money. Hit piece, death threat, investor call, hit piece, investor call. I'm sharing my screen of these hit pieces.
Well, because it just shows the power of memes, right? It shows that people care about this stuff and it actually drives culture.
Dude, that's the power of memes. Yeah.
You wrote a book on the topic, right?
Did.
Like memes make millions or something
memes,
like this.
So I wrote the book 3 years ago outlining my thesis. Basically, attention spans are going down. ChatGPT is going up. People are bored as hell, and you need to entertain them and be funny. And so I bet my entire career on humor and getting attention, being funnier than AI ever can be. And if you watch our launch video, I assure you that will be the case. And so I wrote this book. Basically, I just followed my own curiosity here, which is great advice for anybody listening, is just follow your curiosity and follow your play. I was very curious, who runs these meme pages? How do they make money? And what I found was all these different strategies of, these kids who are running these pages, adults, whoever, who are making millions. And so that was 3 years ago. And during that process of writing the book, it was almost like, Google guys, they, some founders go do a PhD in AI. That was my PhD in memetics, in marketing. And then I used that to go, build my next software, or build my software, right? I found all the problems from interviewing all these different meme lords. I built my own software and then I raised the money. So I had the thesis, and that's become a rallying cry for our entire community, is memes make millions. So it was a transformational experience for sure.
Yeah, and then I guess you recently are you able to talk about that you raised a round? Are you announcing that yet, or?
We raised $3 million, led by Slow Ventures. Sam Lessin wrote us the big check.
Ex-Facebook guy, right? Meta guy.
Ex-Facebook, with support from Unpopular Ventures, Balaji Srinivasan, Cyan Bannister over at Long Journey Ventures, a bunch more. Nathan was kind enough to invest
Should
as well.
disclose that. Yes, I did invest.
Yeah, probably disclose that as well. And
I wasn't sure, to be honest with you. Like, it sounded a little bit crazy, to be quite honest with you. I was like,
that's the point, man. That's the point.
I do support freedom of speech. I do think that memes are important. And I kind of pinged Saya, and she was like, yeah, support freedom of speech. You're like, yeah, I do. So let's do it. And
fantastic. So I was just on the phone with Sion this morning. There's a piece coming out about me in the Free Press. So they just interviewed her. If we want to talk freedom of speech, super important right now. And so, that is, humor's the last frontier, man. You see it all around us as comedians getting canceled, me in Rolling Stone for memes. Like, they used to write about rock stars, man. I'm just some dumb founder who makes memes, right? Like, it's crazy. And so, they're trying to come for us, and both sides, really, honestly, is like, everybody just wants clicks, right? By the time the clicks were done about me, they just moved on. And that's the power of memes. And that's the power of the as I wrote in my book, right? You got to capitalize on the current thing. For 48 hours, I was the current thing. So journalists capitalized on me and maybe made $12 in AdSense or whatever. Yeah. But
I mean, we care about freedom of speech. Maybe some listeners are like, I care, but I care more about how I can use this in my business or how I can make money.
Yeah.
Like, what are your thoughts on how businesses can be using memes more effectively?
Yeah, I think the best way to do that would be a little demo. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's just jump into it. I think it makes sense.
Here you can see our software. On the left side, we upload all the newest trending memes, right? These are getting uploaded all throughout the day. We're scanning the internet, and you can see examples of how they're actually being used, right? So here's, that autism announcement one and, different meme lords posting the content, and we show examples. And from there, it's very easy to then go edit it, right? So this meme of Alex Karp was going super viral. I just did a quick little face swap, right? Face swap myself into here. And I said, hey,
that's the founder of Palantir, right? For anyone who's not familiar.
Yeah, founder of Palantir. And so here's one earlier that I was just making is like, this was a Meta Ray-Ban that was getting turned into a meme, right? Their new model. And I just say right click, switch the holograph on a lens with a Red Bull. So we'll try like switch the holograph on lens with the Duolingo logo. Let's see what happens if the AI decides to allow that copyright. But you see here, it worked with Red Bull, right? And so you could do this with any brand, with any idea, and tailor memes towards your business. And so the most powerful thing really, here we go. So now you could kind of imagine, hey, this is what Duolingo, an app would look like if you're able to actually go talk to people.
Yeah,
right?
And they can put it on their X or LinkedIn or whatever and like make a joke about it. And
exactly. And so what's so cool about Memelord is like, we have all the newest trending memes that you could just tailor to your business and how it works, right? So this could have 100 different things. It's like, the sales manager, meeting with the client who spurned him, right? Or maybe it's like, the VC meeting with like the founder who he invested it in and then like ghosted, right?
Or whatever, right? Competitor or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. And so you could just like easily add text here and just be like VC and, just screw around there a little bit. And it's just very easy to do. And so, you could kind of just have fun with it however you want. Like,
but by the way, when you were changing the images, like adding the logos and stuff, was that using Nano Banana or something like that? Or like
that was, dude. So Nano Banana, I am very, very a huge fan of that. And so Nano Banana, we use that a ton. We also use VO a ton as well for video. But really, like, there's 100 different ways you can do it, right? And so you can see here, like, just something I was making with, meme lords, it's the Angry Birds hitting this thing. And you could just say like, Nano Banana, right? Like just making memes on the spot, Nano Banana, like crushing ChatGPT, right? Or like, cause we were actually using ChatGPT's image model and now Nano Banana is better, right? And like as an AI founder,
that's Google's model, by the way, for anyone who is not familiar with it.
It's incredible. It's sick. And then we have a lot more than that as well. We also just have straight up a magic meme generator where all you have to do is say like AI startups and it actually just like generates memes on the spot. And so there's so many ways you can do it. It's actually pretty impressive. Like let's try another venture capital. VC is so easy to make fun of. If you're a founder and you want clout on Twitter, easiest way.
I mean, couldn't this just lead to like a huge, like, AI slop kind of problem though? Like people mass generate Like
So
10,000 memes,
I
and like
have
schedule them all for like the
yeah
next,
yeah
10 years.
yeah. So I have a base take on this, which is I don't think memes are slop. I think they are hidden truths, and there's good ones and bad ones. Sure, you can make some quick slop, and some people want that. Some people, if they're running 20 accounts, you need to just throw out some stuff. But I think memes show hidden truths just like a good joke, and the same way people used to watch Seinfeld or comedy shows, like memes are just little clips. And so what we're able to actually do is turn these whole things into mini movies as well, and entire clips. And I'll our entire launch video was made on Memelord, and so we literally have made are making straight up movies on Memelord. Like
Oh, wow.
I could show you here, like little things, right? And then we combine them into entire videos. Here's another generation that I did for tech Twitter out here, right? So yeah, there's a ton of different ways, right? Like here, my wife works for a calendaring company called Howie, so
Yeah.
I used this as a tweet on her launch video, and I said, "Hey, book me a date with my wife," right? And so like it's just endless options. It's really your imagination is really the only limit here is of what you can do.
Look, I've been testing AI tools for years now, and here's what I've learned. The brands that are crushing it at content aren't just throwing prompts at ChatGPT and hoping for the best. They've actually got systems. And HubSpot just dropped 20 prompts that walk you through the exact 4-stage workflow top brands are using for their content across ideation, creation, distribution, and optimization. These are actual prompts that will help you scale authentic content while keeping that human edge. You can get it right now. Scan the QR code or click that link in the description. All right, now let's get back to the show.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of companies are kind of like scared to do memes or to do jokes.
Yeah.
But one thing I think people should think about is, now the White House is putting out memes. Whether you like
Exactly.
the current administration or not, like that obviously shows the power if they're actually using memes on the official White House Twitter account, right? And for a long time, Elon Musk
Exactly.
has been a huge fan of memes, and again, whether
Oh,
you
I
like him
mean,
or not,
yeah.
like he's like probably the best businessman of our generation. So if he's using memes, you probably should be noticing that.
100%. I mean, Musk was the one who said, like, who controls the memes controls the universe. And, he's 100% right. If you control the ideas, you can control the conversation and influence it. And ideas are upstream of action. And if you're able to actually influence people's ideas, you can influence their actions. And that's what Memelord is really about, is it's a mimetic warfare software. And so somebody's, a founder out here trying to start a vibe coding revolution, right? They want to, build that, right? You could go do that, right? We've worked with a bunch of vibe coding startups, all of them actually, every single one basically, from Lovable to Bolt to Vibe Code, literally. Or if you're an HR company, you could do that. If you are defense, you can spread your ideas with memes.
Yeah, actually, there's like some crazy connection with this show to memes, because like when we first started it, I was trying to figure out who were going to be the great first guests that were going to come on when we first launched the show like a year and a half ago now. And the one of the first guests was Aravind Srinivas from Perplexity. And so Aravind used to interact with a lot of my memes. I used to do a lot more memes. I haven't been doing many recently, but I used to do a lot of memes about AI. Yeah, definitely. And Elon Musk would interact with him. I think he responded to like 6 or 7 of my memes. And then Aravind followed me because of that and started sending me memes privately, in DMs. And then that's how I got Aravind on the show. So like shows like, yeah, you could actually build real businesses using humor, because I probably would have never got him on the show without doing that.
There's so many examples of this. It's not even funny. Like of clients I've gotten, I got $30,000 brand sponsor because I made a meme one time of their competitor, and then they hit me up. Like there are just endless examples of this, which sounds absurd.
And I think
but
things are just so generic these days. So like anything that cuts through that actually grabs people's attention. Like you said, it's harder to grab people's attention. So if they resonate with the joke and it's very simple, then that just cuts through things. Whereas just everything else is so generic that people just kind of forget about it, a minute later.
Dude, 100%. And so I want to show you this as well as if I could hopefully it'll capture both demos. But so what I was saying earlier is you can turn all your memes into movies as well. And so thanks to the power of video, you could actually like turn your videos or turn your scenes. Like I made this entire scene on Memelord, right? And I turned this whole thing into, you know, different videos, right? And you're able to combine this just as simple as, you know, actually just making them talk, right? And then adding your voice. And this is all in our software. I just say, you know, image to video and, you know, make main, let's try this one, all right? Make man play piano and maybe smoke a cigarette, right? And it'll take
like
a
some
couple
young
minutes,
marketing
but
geniuses are going to make a fortune using this.
dude, we are having fun, right? And like, you know, we made it super cheap for users to be able to do this. They could always buy more credits very, very easily as well. And so like, it's just so much fun. Like this has been, I don't know how much you know about my past. You
I know a
watched
little
my
bit.
deck,
I
but
love the,
this is
tell me
yeah.
some, yeah.
Dude, this is literally 20 years of culmination, which sounds crazy, but I'm 27 and like I had a flashback when I was making all of this to like being 7 years old and like drawing cartoons and like, you know, in my I would make these different characters straight up and think about how I'd like turn it into a show. And now like I'm actually able to do that and give that power to my users as well. And so like we made our entire launch video, and I don't want to show too much here, but on Memelord, where I was in here, I'm in my own software 8 to 10 hours a day, and it's the happiest time of my life of just making stuff, right? All right, here we go. So we've got this video. It just already arrived, and like you could see here, like
That's amazing.
right? Like this,
What do you think?
dude, this would cost tens of thousands of dollars to do, like if you hire an animator. And so what you're able to do is then, you know, so many people are just doing these little clips. It's like, no, we actually built a video editor so you can combine the clips
Think about this melody.
into a movie, right? And so you're able to actually build a scene. Like I'm doing this on the spot, right? And you take enough of these clips and you actually have a whole thing, right? And so you say, all right, let's start him on the piano, and maybe, you know what, we want to add a little filter, like, you know, make it a different color or something. We could do that. Like there's just endless opportunity to like fuck around and find out essentially and make whatever. And I think like, I don't know, man, I you know, the AI slop conversation is interesting, but I think there's so much fun to be had with AI. And I feel really bad for the people that are so anti-AI that they don't even have fun, right? Like this has been the most fun time of my life, is making crazy stuff that I wouldn't be able to do beforehand. And so like, I don't see this as slop. I see this as the next, I see this as the next Family Guy. Like that's why Cyan invested, was literally like, she's like, this is where the next South Park will be made. Right. And so, you know, that's my dream is to give that creative tools, to young kids out there. You know, I grew up making YouTube videos when I was 7 years old, 10 years old, going to a video editing camp. And I always dreamed of making movies and stuff. And, it's very hard to do that as a one person. And if you're one kid with no connections, I was born in bumfuck Pennsylvania, you know, like you can't do that. And so now, thanks to the internet, you can. And that's really the goal here is give anybody the ability not just to make memes, not just to go viral, but actually like really make movies and break through the noise and make beautiful creations. And our team is going to lead the way doing that first. So
that's awesome. That's exciting. I don't know if you I don't know if you know the you know, some of the backstory with me owning lore.com. I mean, so I was involved in crypto pretty early on, and then a friend connected me to Barry Osborne, the producer of Lord of the Rings and The Matrix. And we tried to actually create a movie studio together. So like I spent a bunch of time. I went to the set of Mulan several times. I was going back and forth between New Zealand and Hollywood. And the more I looked into it, I was like, man, the film business is absolutely horrible. It's like it costs so much money to make anything. And so obviously you can't be creative at all, because you have to just follow a proven template that, you know, with financial models behind it, where you can show that, yes, people love, you know, X-Men or whatever, or make another X-Men film. It feels like stuff like this is going to unlock so much creativity. Yeah.
The amount of fun that we are having, I'm grabbing an image right now to show you, like, it's just absolutely like so much fun. Like, so I made this in Memelord earlier, right? And it's just a cop chasing my little character, right? It's like, all right, let's cop chasing bad guy, and let's say maybe he like and picks up the cash, and steals it. Let's see. Let's see what happens, right?
Like, he takes a bag and he's running.
Exactly. Dude, it's so much fun. It's so addicting. And like, I think my biggest piece of advice for people making AI videos or AI art at all is just be grateful. Be grateful. If you get an 8-second video, if 2 seconds are good, you can then combine that enough times, right? You're saving so much time and money. Just be grateful. Like, so many people are like, oh, this 8-second video isn't perfect. It's like, no, like it never is. Like, that's why movie studios film 30 hours and then only put 1 hour, right? And that's low, right? That's why Prince had hundreds of thousands of songs and Mac Miller died with, albums, right? Albums and albums unreleased. Like, that's the point of art. Like, people think that I write a lot on Twitter and there's a lot more that I don't post, right? Like, that's the point, is to cut down. So yeah, my advice if you're making AI movies is be grateful if you get a couple good seconds, 3-4 good seconds. It'll never be perfect. That's just making movies. That's reality of making art. And so cut it up and then use your taste and skill. It takes a lot of hard work still. Like, this has been the most locked in period of my life. Like, let's see how this baby turned out. It's so much fun. Let's see, does he grab the cash? Oh, all right. So he already had the cash, right? But you can imagine, like, okay. You could kind of split this up.
And
this scene right here, like, is pretty solid. Exactly. Like, it's never perfect. And that's what's cool too, is you just, like, if you want to just regenerate it, a really fun feature that I think we did is we just show your recent prompts, and all you have to do is just press it again, right? And then just basically, like, if you want to tailor the prompt a little, but like, you just press generate video and you get to do it again. And so, AI, I tweeted this the other day, or I tweeted this, maybe it was today. It was like, you remember like those video games where you'd blow on it to try again? Like, that's what AI is half the time right now. It's like,
by the way,
it's like, please just try again.
Did that in Japan. I was curious if that was an America only thing. I was like, I asked my wife, you're like, no, they did that in Japan too. With the Famicom games, they were blowing on them as well here in Japan.
That's so funny. But yeah, man, it's absolutely crazy, like, the stuff you can make today. And I'm really excited for people to try out the software. I built the first version by myself. I don't know how to code. And I built it with no code, a tool called Bubble, and grew it to, 100K ARR myself in 9 months before I raised. And so now we actually have engineers, we have money, and now people people already loved it. And so now we get to the
design aesthetic is very interesting. Okay, it's almost like Windows 95 or something like this.
I appreciate. Yeah. It's basically the way that my engineer described it is it's Windows 95 on Jason's drugs or whatever. So here you can see, like, Memelord is the new Hollywood, right? So let's say, like, man saying Memelord is the new Hollywood and taking a puff of a cigarette, and we'll see how that goes. So this is, basically, like, I don't know, man. I'm just excited for people to try this thing, see the crazy stuff. That's the craziest part about building creative, weird software, is seeing what others create. You never expect it. Like,
do you imagine that it's mostly going to be individuals using Memelord?
So people are always surprised. It is mostly businesses, or at least creators and entrepreneurs who are trying to build their business. But we have CMOs at some of the fastest growing companies. We also have public companies literally using our software. It sounds crazy, but it's B2B meme SaaS. And
I think I think you described it as like the Palantir of memes, or maybe somebody else did.
Exactly.
Exactly. Or of mimetic warfare, probably. Like, what does that mean? Yeah. And is that like kind of the business model? It's kind of like a Palantir where you got like technology and services.
Yeah. Let's see how this
is the new Hollywood.
All right, it worked. Let's go. And so, the way that I see Palantir for memes is essentially it's both software and services. We really just do services with big companies now, public companies and soon to be public companies, as well as, government projects. And then, we have the software, right? Which mostly brands use. And at first I started as a joke saying it was Palantir for memes, but I was literally at Palantir last week, right? And at their office.
Are they going to invest and they're going to give you some advice, or?
We'll see. I love Palantir. I think they're doing super important work, and big fan of Lonsdale and the whole team. So, but it's at the end of the day, like what we're trying to do is super important. It's not just silliness. It's not just make people laugh, but it's idea warfare, and it's getting rid of bad ideas and fighting for the good ideas in the world. And hopefully the market decides and people make crazy stuff and have fun and push their ideas. We've got everybody from, like I said, we have clients or customers who are, health food people, right? One of our customers runs a dried mango company. He makes mango memes, right? But then we also have companies who are, $100 billion companies or whatever that are using our software. And so it's the whole gambit. Whatever idea somebody wants to promote into the world or spread, they could use Memelord to do that.
Yeah, for anyone who's listening, like you've already done the pitch really, but what would be your pitch to a listener of like why they should use Memelord if they're a business owner?
Yeah, I would say you can stay on top of the hottest trends faster than anybody. We are scanning the internet all the time. So the second Trump says something memeable, the second that there's something it's sporting, something in technology, anytime there's a big event, you know first, right? Like memes aren't just silly images and JPEGs, they are actual narratives. And if you want to jump on some of the trending narratives and stay on top of that, you can be a Memelord, right? Like we have very high up PR type people, right? Who are using it all the time because they want to understand what's going on in the world. Marketers, founders, whoever, they want to understand the narratives. And so once you get those narratives and you understand what's going on, you can then tailor it towards your business, however it is. Memes can be applied anywhere, right? The same meme could be used in e-commerce, tech, finance, OnlyFans, whatever it might be. We've got it all. And that's the beautiful thing about memes is at the end of the day, like Memelord, all it is just a funny marketing business, and funny marketing has been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. I wish I invented funny marketing, but I didn't. They were doing funny ads in the newspaper 300, 400 years ago. So if you want to, leverage funny marketing as one of the tools in your tool belt, Memelord is the company for you. There's plenty of other marketing tools. We're not the SEO tool, we're the funny marketing tool. And it's becoming more and more important in the age where anybody could build anything, but it's harder and harder to get attention. You got to stand out.
Cool.
So that would be the pitch. Yeah.
It's a good pitch. It's a good pitch.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It seems to be doing good. I'm curious on your end, what you've been seeing on the AI front these days. I feel like there's a new model every day. Are there any that have been super fun?
There's like model fatigue is setting in. It's like there's always a new model, and it's someone who's, before the podcast, I was covering all of it on Twitter or X, for like I guess the last 3 years now. GPT-5 is amazing. I'm excited about it, but it's like, okay, something came out and it's slightly better. I'm more and more getting interested in like, okay, what can you actually do with the models versus just like, oh, the model's slightly more intelligent.
100%, man. Like, I think model fatigue is a really good word. I think a lot of people are feeling that. Every day there's just a new model that like, should we integrate this? Should we not integrate this? And like, that's why, we use a bunch of different models from FAL, because they're like a, model hub for a lot of stuff. So, it makes it a lot easier to do that, I think. But yeah, it's crazy. It must be really weird being one of these companies right now. And at the same time, you're building a $10 billion, $1 trillion business, but at the same time, you also have no moat. And like people are just coming for your throats and switching.
Yeah, and it's becoming
the
clear
second
too
there's
that it's a compute war as well, right? Which is that is where I'm like slightly, I think that Elon Musk has an advantage that people don't understand because I've actually been, I don't think I've told you this, but I'm possibly getting involved in data centers and possibly acquiring data centers and whatnot.
Very nice.
And it's a very hard business, and like especially like building data centers right now, like the weight on some of the stuff you need to build a data center, some of it's like 3 to 5 years, especially for anything like power related. And so that's where like someone like Elon Musk, who's like good in the physical world and good with power and batteries, has an advantage I think most people are not, thinking about.
Yeah, and it seems like a bigger and bigger raising money game. I mean, Sam just, it looked like, raised $100 billion from the, like, numbers are just fake at this point. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Well, if we get to AI,
wild,
they may be. I think that's what some of these people are actually realizing. Like, you do want to win, because if you don't, it doesn't matter anyways. So you want to be able to top ones.
I was talking to one of our investors, Ariel Zuckerberg, about how Mark is thinking about this stuff, right? I was at an investor retreat with her a few weeks ago, and it was really cool. She was just saying like he is such a wartime CEO because like all these rumors were coming out about how he's giving these big offers, and she's like, when he feels behind, he goes crazy, just like works so hard.
Well, yeah, because with
like,
AI, like Facebook and Instagram could become pointless in the future. Like you might not even need them, and the whole interface may change in the future because of AI. So like
you gotta win this. And what I think is also really cool is just like, yes, there is, this AGI coming, whatever. Like who knows? Who really knows what that means? But at the same time, like I think what we're all realizing is like we have a lot more. Hopefully, we'll have a lot more time to create and make cool stuff. And I'm personally very excited about that.
When I first invested in your company, I started watching your Silly Valley episodes on YouTube. I know you stopped doing that, I think, or at least put it on hiatus for now. But like, why were you doing that? Like, what was that about? And like, how did that get started?
Yeah, so I believe like software is the future of content, and that's kind of an expression of that. So every episode, we just built something really fast. And so the first one was called Duo Fucko, which was Duolingo for cursing. And we did this.
And you like went and pitched it to New York VCs and stuff like that. And
pitched to VCs, did a whole viral campaign, and then we pretended to vibe code Palantir, which like you could vibe code very simple apps. You can't vibe code Palantir. We found out.
Right.
And software as content is getting easier and easier to make software. And I think there's something fun about that in a show format. And we're still going to be doing a bunch of shows and silly stuff. Really just like during the raise, what happened was I just got way too busy to be filming every week.
I was like, wow, these episodes are like pretty well put together.
Dude,
I was like, it's a lot. I was worried about you. I was like,
it's a lot of work. I mean, we're gonna try to be getting back on these as we scale out the team. But at the end of the day, we gotta focus on the software business. But
yeah, I mean, you probably could put like one good episode a month or something, and just
that's what we're thinking. That's what we're thinking, and focus on the short form videos as like the daily faster ones, and then one banger a month, and focus on behind the scenes of running a meme company. And I'm starting to do that now more. And so another reason around Silly Valley was like, at first we were getting sponsors for it. And so once we like raised money, we're like, why are we getting all these, let's just focus on making videos about our company. And so that was also the reason, was like, let's just, focus on making this about Memelord.
That is what I was wondering. Yeah. Like VC backed startup, that you're like making revenue off of YouTube sponsorships from other companies.
100%. Which it was great for reducing burn for a while, but now it's not as necessary with a few mil in the bank. So definitely nice.
So with a few million in the bank, so like what's next? Or
so what's next is we build Memelord into a premier place to make movies. And all these people are thinking too small, in my opinion. They're trying to build apps for TikToks, and I'm trying to build movies, man. Like that's what we want is real software to build movies and start movements. And so to do that, one of the big reasons we raised was to help make it cheaper for users to create movies and videos. And so we'll be It's
When you say
very cheap.
movies, I mean, do you mean like for
Yeah.
like any purpose, like whether it's entertainment or
Yeah.
education
100%.
or marketing
Yeah,
or
100%. So Memelord, like you can upload videos of yourself. You can, a movie studio could upload videos. Like, a kid in India can animate something. It could be used for anything the same way that, Final Cut or Adobe Premiere can be used. And it's cheap enough at the $42 a month price range that anybody could use it. And really, memes are the gateway drug into making movies. Memes are the silliness. They are the cultural, the smallest unit of cultural transmission. But the bigger picture is to make movies and movements, and there's a reason. That's what we're going after.
that makes sense to me. I think because of AI, work's really going to change, and people are going to want to do more creative work, and then it's awesome that AI enables that.
100%. I mean, one guy made our entire launch video, which you'll see, but I did the storyboarding on Memelord on our infinite canvas.
Can I see it or not? Are we able to see it or no? The video.
Yeah. I mean, it's it'll be on Twitter. We're still putting finishing touches on, so I don't want to show too much right now.
Okay.
I mean, one guy just did this whole movie, whereas I did the scripting. And then I did the creating the characters in different variations. AI edit, make me a guy with a t-shirt, make me a guy with a blue shirt, make me a guy with a green shirt, and then combining them into scenes, then pressing, hey, AI, turn this scene into a video. You know what? Let me, actually, I could pull up a quick little clip of it, actually. Ignore the voices right now. So
okay.
AI, something interesting about AI is it creates voices in all sorts. I'm doing the voiceover after, but you could kind of see the vibe. So there we go.
It's cool. No, I don't hear any audio, but I just see it, so it's fine.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty sick, man. So I even went Bob Ross in the park. You really think AI could do this, man? Like half shirtless in Central Park. So yeah, I'm very, very excited about this. And it was literally, you can see here our software, all of this just straight up made on Memelord, like down to, creating these characters down to the storyboard and everything. It was all made on Memelord, right? And this is what I want to give to the world is for people to, make all their crazy ideas and dreams possible all here.
The future is going to be so much fun. Like I think people should be more optimistic about where things are headed.
Dude, me too, man. I mean, look, there's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world, but there's also a lot of beautiful stuff. I look at the AI doomerists and I look at my broke friends, and it sounds bad, but I look at friends in comedy, especially who are
friends.
Yeah, childhood. A lot of broke childhood friends who are, we were all stoner artist types, and I made it out of the stoner artist type and found the tech world a little bit. I guess 7 years ago. But we were all just like stoner artist, dreamy types as a teenager, and most of them are stuck in Brooklyn and doing comedy for $10 an hour or whatever. And they hate AI, they hate technology, and meanwhile,
hate capitalism probably.
Hate capitalism because they're bad at it. That's my hot take. People hate capitalism because they're bad at it. But
you get AI to help train them, to teach them how to be good at capitalism.
They could be having so much fun. Like that's why I feel bad. I don't feel bad because they're broke and working as a substitute teacher. I feel bad because they're missing out on the fun. Like I am having.
Wait, why doesn't that exist? There needs to be something that's like a capitalism 101, like AI powered.
100%. Dude,
like why is it better than the alternatives? It's not perfect, but why is it better than the alternatives? And then how to play the game.
100%. I mean, look at this video here. Like I am having fun, right? Like you could be having so much more fun if you just leaned into the technological revolution and AI revolution that is going on right now. Like you could be angry and sad and pessimistic. Or you could be like, you know what? I'm going to have a good time and I'm going to make some cool stuff and I'm going to get rich and I'm going to get my whole squad rich and I'm going to retire my parents off of silliness, That's my plan. I don't know about the people listening, but that's my plan personally.
That's a great story. That'd probably be like your final book in life, right? You like
I hope
the
so.
whole story from
I
A to
hope
Z.
so. Yeah, I hope so.
How can people find you online? Like memelord.com or .tech, or how do you market it? I
So
guess
we
.com.
officially bought the domain. We are now live at memelord.com. You could go there, give it a try for free. It is then $42 per month. You get a shitload of AI credits, unlimited AI image generation, all the newest trending memes. Also, just hit me up on Twitter. I respond to DMs. It's just I am Jason Levin, and send the death threats to my lawyer. All right,
Great.
should be good.
Jason,
All
this has
right.
been awesome, man. Thanks for coming on.
All right, thank you. Of course, I'll talk to you later.